Hello, collective. I'm gonna make this quite quickly. This is your song, Lucky. If you have good ears, you heard it. So basically, um, they feel lucky to have you, or you feel lucky to have this person. You could be watching for a feminine or a masculine. Let me see what the card's gonna say. So I got this song. When did we get this song? Let's see here. On the 21st? Okay. Where did my... I don't know why. The pitch of my voice right now, it kind of reminds me of um, Wicked, like Glinda. And there's this saying that the higher her voice goes, that means that she is lying. So that could be relevant here. Somebody feels like lucky to have you, but they're lying. Based on the cards here, they see as their wish fulfillment. Yeah, or you view them as the wish fulfillment, but somebody might be not so honest. They want this with you. They want this love, but what's hidden? Is that? Oh my god, you know what I'm tuning into? Somebody wants you in a slave mentality. I kind of did that as a I did. Maybe they've already done that. They wanted you in a slave mentality. We got heartbreak. It was a vertical. So maybe somebody wants you to be stuck, sad, depressed, out, crashing out for them, feeling lost. They wanted you to be in this contract of being sad because they knew that they had a better chance being with you. But the thing is that they only want to string you along. This is the type of person that is like, that's my future wife. I'm so lucky to have them, but I'm never going to put a ring on it. Or you feel this way. So somebody's lying to themselves for other people in terms of how they feel for you. Or everything is glitz and glamour in front of other people. Maybe even in front of you. But in their heart, it's just a facade. Okay, so this is making me feel like you look good on their arms. That's what it's getting. Like, you look good together, but there is like, and that's it basically. It's kind of like what the bros would say, or the girls. But the feelings are not mutual. They love you because you love them. They love you more because you look good. They love you more because other people think you fit together. You're lucky to have them. They're lucky to have you. Like, in front of the world, you guys are like the ideal couple, but it's a lie. Maybe somebody's keeping up a facade. Listen, the song is Lucky by Britney Spears. Somebody could be a Sagittarius. I probably have done music channeling on that song, but if I find it, I will link it. If not, this would be the reading, okay? I will say this, so when I first started doing music channeling, it was a lot of Britney Spears music, okay? Like one of my first readings in the music channeling categories, her song just bam, or songs, I should say. So yeah, on that note, I feel like you probably do like, but do they have feelings for them? Okay, so they love you. What is the lie though? Is there a lie? Somebody's not being honest. There's something that's like hidden or going on behind the scenes. If you're in on it, maybe it's not that big of a deal. It could be that you or them are keeping up a facade in front of other people. But I feel like it's something specific though. Or maybe from, I don't know. I know somebody might think that your guys' relationship is fake. If it's from the outside in, I don't think that you guys care. I don't think that your person cares. But somebody's hiding something. Somebody could also be a smoker. Is that what it is? They're hiding that they're a smoker? Maybe. Maybe they were like a secret smoker and, you know, you don't want people to know, or they don't want you to know, or they don't want your peoples to know that they smoke. I know what they smoke, but it doesn't seem to look good for the image of you two. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you're good at two shoes and they're like a little bit of a bad boy or bad girl. I don't know. But it's something about, so I don't think it's that huge. Is it really giving the energy of like, you're trying to be picture perfect, or you are coming from a picture perfect lifestyle, or your person, but there's something that somebody's hiding that they don't want anyone to know. This feels very silly though. I feel like it's something of this nature where it's like you gotta introduce your person to your people or vice versa, and they're like, oh no, she doesn't drink. Oh no, they don't smoke. Never. They're a freaking virgin. I don't know, but like, it's something minuscule like that. And if somebody were to find out, somebody would be like, I can't believe you're dating a smoker. I can't believe that, you know, she drinks. I can't believe that she's vegan. I can't believe she eats meat. Or I can't believe that she wears blue on Sundays. I don't know. Something about how like this is not familiar to your person or you, and somebody is kind, you know what, is giving a white lie, you know, because we're gonna go back on the song because it's a music channeling, right? The artist Britney Spears, she talks about singing this as a little, I personally feel like it's a cry for everybody else to hear that she's like been through it, going through it. But a little bit of like a, you know, music is like a diary, right? So she has this song to comfort herself, to know that she's not alone. It's kind of like a song for herself, from herself. And if you have seen the video, read the lyrics, it's having everything, but still feels like the most loneliest person, or in this case, girl, on the planet. So in your case, I don't feel like it's equivalent to that, where it's like you're with your person and they feel lonely or you feel lonely. Only if it resonates. I feel like it's more so something is hidden. And when I was trying to piece the pieces, you know, based on my, you know, intuitive gifts, I feel like it's something of this nature where it's like about somebody's opinion. It's an opinion or a habit, like I said, the smoking, the drinking, the food, whatever, even somebody's belief system. Somebody's like, no, they don't believe that, or they will never do that, but they do. And if it were to come out, I think somebody's like overreacting because it's not that deep, but it's something of this nature. Like, I find it silly personally, but there are people that are like, you can't date him if they believe that, you can't be with him because of that, or you know, somebody has some sort of high expectations. Like, I'm also getting it. Yeah, it's something of this nature. How would collective feel if they found out? If it was something of like, if they were hiding from the collective, in terms of what I mentioned, in terms of belief system, habits, like the smoking, drinking, or I don't know, being a freaking carnivore or vegan, or don't like freaking mayo on this. I don't know. It's something very silly. But belief could also be something very relevant here, where somebody could be like Catholic and another person is like an atheist, or, you know, it could be a strife. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you're not marrying somebody that's Jewish. Like, what is this? You know, somebody has very high standards, values when it comes to certain belief system. And collective, how will they feel? As watching my channel, I don't think you care. I really don't. I feel like you know everything about your person, right? I think the only thing that you feel some type of way if there was some sort of like cheating allegations, another party, things of this nature. But other than that, in terms of like their beliefs or their habits, I think that you're chill about it. Okay, you're more so like if it's some like another person involved, then you know that's a different ball game. In relation to you, how are they feeling, or you know, in terms of you being different or whatever? They also don't really care like that. I mean, they're gonna just be like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I don't feel like they're gonna. Somebody's surroundings, okay, is very much like a little uppity, a little high maintenance. Maybe there's some sort of social economical differences between you and your person. But I do feel like from them to you, from them is more so like they're a bit more terrified of your reaction or your circle. I don't feel like it's that deep. I want to laugh at it, but I do understand. Like some people are sensitive, so like I'm tuning into there's this influencer. I think they're from Korea, but one of those interracial like couples on YouTube, and they told their story time, and she said something of like when they met, she was like she doesn't like smokers, but then she found out on like a month later that they were a full-blown smoker, and they always have been, but he lied on the date because he wanted to like you know be accepted by her. So like it's something of this nature, and she really hates smoking. I agree. Okay. But he's trying his best to quit because he doesn't want to give up like again the love of his life, the mother of his children, his wifey, for the sake of this habit. It has been struggling, but that was like one of the things where it's like he didn't think it was a big deal, but clearly it was, and he even spoke that in one of his little confessionals or whatever on YouTube when they do a little story time. Like he had it because again, in his eyes, everybody around him was a smoker. So for him to meet a non-smoker was kind of like you know that was like a new thing for him. But then again, he also is dating somebody that's not a part of his culture. Not that it has to be linked like, but it's something of this nature, right? Whereas in your case, collective, your person or soulmate to be or is feels like they're gonna get huge judgment from you, but I don't feel like you're gonna judge them in that way. But maybe your circle is because they have this perception of maybe your circle will judge them because just like the Lucky video, you know, she's coming out looking, sounding perfect behind the scenes, but she's like low-key crying and having a low-key feeling, you know, mental breakdown here. And I feel like it's because of the fact that she's not allowed to be herself. And your person might feel this way. Like they're not allowed to be fully themselves with how they think or their habits. It's not a big deal for you that's watching, but they have the perception that it might be a big deal for you or people around you. Now, people around you is a different ball game, right? But I know for a fact, we checked with the cards. I'm also feeling the energy here. You won't have a problem if it's something minuscule. And I'm like, and it's across the board, as in belief system, habits that you're used to, not used to. Because I'm not going to, hey, there are even people that are like, they cannot be with somebody that's not Christian. They cannot be with somebody that's not Muslim. So, including that, okay? So, I feel like whoever's watching me, you're like, you and your person is very much like, you date, you get together with somebody based on love, you know? So in that sense, it might be a little bit harder like in society because you can face a lot of judgments, but I don't feel like you're the type of person that will do so, and neither your person. So that the message, okay, is not that deep, okay. But somebody is a little scary. That one's right, okay. Anything else that's relevant? If there was like a blockage here, somebody might view this connection as karmic, but it's not though. It's not. You just have disagreements and all, but it's like it's not that serious. So if there was like a separation because you said something, they said something, you guys are gonna be good, okay? There is some sort of high expectation on the relationship that needs to like be talked about. For right now, somebody is a little bit frustrated, a little bit, let me be by myself, okay? Let me be lonely, because you just can't deal with anything other than positivity. I don't know if it's you or them, but it's gonna work out. You guys were supposed to get engaged. You guys were supposed to like have a future together. So this is just a hiccup, okay? This is how I feel, okay? Anything else? Yeah, whoever was in hermit mode, they're about to go be outside now, you know? They just needed to be in their little bubble for a bit, okay? Or you, somebody. Collective, this has been your message. Let's do an advice card. Somebody just needed, time for themselves. But, okay, let me just go with this one. Let go of the past. Okay. And what else? Some of you guys maybe not work together, okay? Or maybe you need to find like a different hobby, or maybe advise them to do a different hobby to get away from whatever issue, right? Or somebody really stressed over about this. But collective, this has been your reading. Thank you for watching. We're gonna do a little initials. First but last. So we got RAKGFGFERLA, black letter MIUVHN SLTBMEBSOAMNT, okay? So these are the initials. Sorry that you guys can't see it properly, but thank you so much for watching as per usual. See you in the next reading.